This is the Hawk. I'm back on again. Very upset. We have a petition to bring full sanctions, US sanctions on South Africa and to stop all foreign aid to South Africa. As I've said before, Lena Marx declared publicly, internationally, that the United States supplies South Africa with $9.4 billion in aid every year. Given the disgusting behavior of this government, I feel, and so do many others, that the United States taxpayers do not need to continue paying for an evil regime that is communist, who is very similar to Venezuela, and who has no interest in supporting the United States. It is causing human rights violations, and the government is ungovernable. To all the white South Africans, Indians, and colored people, Khoisan, and all the tribal people that have been marginalized, what is wrong with you? All these red shirts running around, hitting judges, lawyers, politicians, attacking police, have no respect for your dignity, your property, nothing. You little idiot, Malema, come and debate me. Here is a public, worldwide challenge to debate me. You little coward, I dare you to debate me live. You won't. You safe in your little place, in your little house. Malema, Julius Malema, so-called brave leader of Africa, who comes from Ethiopia, not from Southern Africa. You need to go home. Stop lying to the people about black genocide. The only black genocide there was in Africa is blacks on black violence that you seem to ignore because you're too much of a coward to admit your own people kill more people of their own color. You blame white people so you can steal. You attack anybody and everybody. You disrespect the law. So why should people listen to an idiot like you? You're just a coward, and I'm calling you that. You're a coward, nothing more. You are a thief and an opportunist. You're not very smart. This is a worldwide challenge to you, to debate me live. I'll have every new network in the world listening, and we'll see who has the answers to the real story and the real history. And then the people of South Africa will understand who you really are. Julius, the coward Malema, who was brought up by Robert Mugabe, the killer of his own people, the rapist of his own people, the person that left their country destitute with nothing but rats to eat. Yes, Malema, we know about you, and you are not from South Africa. Your descendants are from Ethiopia. That's where you need to go. Africa is not a color. It's a continent that consists of many people. And if this idiot Malema realizes Africa is full of Arabs, whites, Asians, and black people, and many, many others, your racism stinks, just like your truth. So let me begin. There's a petition. There's nearly 5,000 signatures. I need 50,000 signatures before the end of the month. Then I need 100,000, and then I need 200, and then I need 1 million. And there is over 1 million of you suffering Christians in South Africa who will lose everything if this communist government, this Malema, get what they want. You will lose everything, all hope. And right now your hope is in the toilet. Help me. Help you for a better South Africa, a non-racist South Africa, a real African South Africa that consists of everybody, not one race, and not Malema, not that coward Ramaphosa, not that evil person Zuma, or Ace Mashula, or Sele, the police captain, or general, as he calls himself. He cannot justify the 4,000 weapons that were confiscated and then stolen from his stations. And yet he wants to take weapons from legal citizens of South Africa. He can't justify the 100,000 bullets that were missing. Where are all these weapons, and why would we hand them to you? Why hire a lawyer when you can buy a judge who gives you probation for 900 rand after you've murdered and raped the whole family, and then run away because the judge also got his 2,000 rand for every case that day? The justice system in South Africa and the law and order in South Africa is falling apart. There is no difference between the criminal and the police. There is no difference between the police and the politician or the criminal because of corruption. And when you talk about corruption, they all look away because they don't want to be touched by their own guilt. The entire ANC government, the Communist Party, and the Kusatus are all corrupt. Their little puppet EFFs running around in red shirts. I advise the entire South Africa, no more. You see a red shirt, don't let them in your shops. You see them a red shirt who wants to catch a taxi, throw him out. If you see a red shirt, beat his ass. They'll never wear a red shirt again. They are not there for you. They are there to steal your land, to lie to you, to beat politicians in parliament, do nothing to help you, but cause trouble. These people are stealing. So we in the United States are demanding no more money to the ANC, no more money to the South African government, so they can commit evil. Now, I am tired of trying to help you all. Sign the damn petition. This is your last chance to stop what is happening. Stop calling me. Stop begging me for help. I cannot help you if you do not stand up and help yourselves. You have no time left. You are literally out of time. I do not have 2 years to wait, nor do you, to take 1 million signatures to the White House. You have a gentleman, Jason Bartlett, walking to the White House. He's got a month left, and he's at the White House. I need 1 million signatures from you in a month, and I have merely 5,000. Why are you crying if you do not want to help yourselves? Why do you want us to help you when you do nothing for yourself? And do not point fingers at me and tell me nothing's going to happen, because nothing will happen unless you get off your asses put your pen to paper and get these petitions signed. Stop begging us outside to help you. Bring armies. Armies not going to help you. No military in the world's coming if you do not stand up for yourselves. We have asked you for a mandate. A mandate's not a piece of paper. It's not a little organization. It's not an independent party where you can have your own homeland. No, it's the voice of the people that says we are sick and tired of a racist, communist, corrupt government, and we want change. And we want change from an evil regime. And that's exactly what they are. And to do that, I need more than 1 million signatures. I need every single person in South Africa, black, white, pink, and yellow, who are sick and tired of what is going on. Don't cry to me because you don't have medical insurance. Don't cry to me because the police look the other way. Don't cry to me because the police won't take your report because they're so sick and tired of the murders and the government and everybody else. Don't cry to me because your politicians look the other way and put the money in their pockets and buy their 18-year-old daughters Maseratis. There's an article by Credo Mutua, an old Nyanga, Sengoma. He's written many, many books. I'm going to put this article in my description below. And I want you to read what this Zulu man writes. Highly educated, very, very smart man. He's very, very old now. He tells the truth. To the Afrikaans nation, I need you to sign my petition, one and all. Some of you think niks gaan gebeur nie. It will, that's true, if you don't sign the petition. Put your pride in your pockets. Stop being traitors to one another. And give me a mandate to take to the White House. You've got to understand, this is not about just one person or one race. This is all of you. You're about to collapse in a nightmare. And the only way to stop this is internationally. What none of you realize is that blacks never won South Africa by war. They won by a mandate. They won because we gave it to them. Because we were pressurized by the entire world to give in. Many of us hated what was going on because we were suppressed too. But we were all lied to. Black, white, pink, and yellow were all lied to. We all had hoped that logical minds would prevail. Education would overwin greed. But Africa always repeats itself. And now, in the last dying levels of the last land, the last colonial land that was ever taken, they're doing it again. And remember who is doing it. These puppets in the ANC are controlled by others. Others with money who are able to rape our countries because they can buy things and buy the people that are involved. Look past these politicians and find out who's stringing them up, who's running their strings, who's paying them for those nice cars, and where do they get this money from. Then hold them accountable. And to hold them accountable, give me a mandate, and I'll give you an army. But don't waste my time calling me. I'm not interested. Unless you sign that petition and give me the power I need to help you, help yourselves. But if you don't, you're going to die on your knees. still screaming, help me, because you won't do nothing for yourselves. No more. Another thing, don't tell your enemy when you're coming. Don't tell your enemy how many are coming. Don't tell your enemy what time you're leaving. Just do it. The petition will be in the description when I finish this video. It will be edited in an hour. In there will be a link to the petition. You share it to 10 people, who share it to 10 people, who share it to 10 people, and we'll get 1 million. I'm calling on all Christians in South Africa, black and white, and Indian, and colored people. Your future is bleak. You have no hope. They are not listening. The international community are not listening to your cries. Your women are being raped every minute. Your children are being kidnapped. Your children are being raped. Your wives are being raped. Your children are not being educated. This government is stealing everything that they can get their hands on because the international communities are not stopping them, because you are not giving them the mandate to stop them, because you are not saying anything. How do you hell think they're going to be able to help you if nobody's telling them? Here's 1 million people screaming, and none of you will sign the petition. Is it the day that you have no house, no land, no clothes, not even a pen to sign on a petition, and you say, I should have done something, and you didn't? Can you imagine the day on D-Day when they changed their mind halfway across that channel to fight the Germans? Think about that. The consequences of history depend on you, not on me. I'm just a voice trying to help you. I have been telling you for 3 years to do something. Now, to all of you, do not contact me on WhatsApp anymore. There are other mediums, and many of you know how. I will not answer your phones. It is not safe. It is not secure anymore. Other than hi and goodbye, don't waste my time. You're compromising yourselves. It's unsecured. Again, to all the South Africans out there, I'm calling for US sanctions and the stopping of all US aid to South Africa. We have had boycott after boycott outside the US embassy. And Elena Marks, the US ambassador, has looked the other way when they've called for the killing of US citizens. And many other things. And she looks the other way. She denies the fact that the farm murders are real torture, rape, and murder of a minority. She looks the other way. We say no more. She needs to be recalled. She's aiding and abetting an evil regime, communist regime, similar to Venezuela. CNN is complicit in hiding these atrocities. So is the other 50 affiliate media groups that are in Johannesburg looking the other way. 60 people are murdered in South Africa every single day. Trillions and trillions of rands are stolen by this government every single month. Why are we assisting in this evil? We as Americans cannot keep supporting evil regimes. It is time to say no more. I'm calling on all the politicians in the United States, every senator in the United States, including Democrats, Republicans, Independents, and every other party that's out there. We need to demand that South Africa be held accountable for the human rights violations of the minorities in South Africa, and the fact that they're changing their constitution to create apartheid once again. To all Americans, I'm asking you to sign this petition to stop all aid to South Africa and place full sanctions on South Africa. They're in full support of Iran. They have ISIS training camps in South Africa. Some of them are in their military camps. They have threatened to kill United States citizens outside the embassy in Pretoria in South Africa. They have furthermore threatened the United States in Venezuela to bring military action against the United States. They have no regard for the United States policies as they vote 99% against us in the UN. Why are we sending $9.4 billion to a corrupt government that is not putting it where it's supposed to be, and that's in the people's hands, to uplift their living conditions? There is no new schools, no new roads, no new clinics, no new hospitals. Hospitals have collapsed with no medicines. Police are more corrupt than any police force in the entire world. Murder rate of 60 a day, and the UN stats say South Africa is the highest murder rate in the world. And I'll say this again. Females are raped every single minute of any age, no matter if they're infants or grandmothers. Children are kidnapped every day, and people are murdered constantly. The farmers in South Africa are being murdered, nothing is taken, and they are tortured, literally tortured for hours and hours and hours, and nothing is taken. They drill them, burn them, boil them, rape them, and cut them to pieces, and nobody says anything. No more. The United States needs to condemn this in its full extent and place full-blown economical sanctions on South Africa and remove all foreign aid from South Africa in total. The South African government is in violation of every human rights that is known to man, and this has to stop. I'm calling on all citizens of the United States to hear what I'm saying. I'm pleading with you to sign my petition and stop this evil once and for all. There are other groups involved here, international conglomerates, criminal organizations, people who don't care about other people's lives, who are using these governments to rape these countries at the expense of human life, and it has to stop. We have questions regarding the Clintons, the Obamas, the Soroses, the Gates, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Oprah Winfrey, Branson, and many others that have been down there who deny what is going on. Why? And nobody touches them. Why? They can walk freely in Khayelitsha, the most dangerous place in the Cape, and nobody touches them. It doesn't make sense, not to anybody. There's something that stinks here. We need to bring the voice of the people back and stop this evil once and for all. There's been enough blood spread on African soil for over 1,000 years. That has to stop. The people of South Africa hoped 25 years ago, 26 years ago, they would have schools, roads, clinics, work, jobs, money, cars, radios, cell phones, all this good stuff. And now they have is robbery, murder, rape, and a corrupt government that's stealing the old people's pensions because they've stolen everything else. I'm not talking just for white people. I'm talking for all the people of South Africa, because South Africa consists of black people, white people, Indian people, colored people, Khoisan, tribal people, all kinds of nations, over there's probably 17 languages, probably 50 different races, not just black people. That's what consists of South Africa. There's Malay, Hindus, Pakistanis, Indians, Sri Lankans, English, Dutch, German, French, Portuguese, Italian. Every nation's there. Chinese, Japanese, Xhosa, Sotho, South Sotho, Zulus, Vendas, you name it. Everybody's there. What makes you all special is you're Africans, all born there, just like me. Why are you killing one another? Because of politicians like Malema, the little coward? Malema, you coward, my name is the Hawk. Tell your people that are watching this show, tell Malema I said, come coward, come talk to me. Let's see how brave you are internationally. Let's see how brave you are when we tell you the truth. And let the world find out who you really are, you little coward. I'm challenging you to come talk to me. Let's see. Because your lie about genocide is not true. We know the truth. Apartheid from 1948 to 1994 was only 22,000 people. 22,000 people. 22,000 people died in the first year of the ANC's rule. So don't talk to me about genocide. And since Malema came running on the screen, the little coward, what is he calling for? Kill the Boer, kill. We will take our bullets and sit by our farms and we're having the fire one day and talk about our history after we did what we did. Not what we did, what you did. And he ran away while he used you. Malema, I'm here. Come talk to me, you little coward. We'll see how brave you are then. You're nothing but a racist, and you're not an African. You're an Ethiopian. You're not a Southern African. You're an Ethiopian. Go back to where you came from and take all your rubbish with you because they don't want it. They're sick of it. You don't respect people. You hit lawyers and judges and women and children and politicians and disturb and run around and cause trouble. You're not worth it. And you try to steal land. Everybody, anything that's red, hit it. Say no more to red. Chase them. If they wear red, hit them. Teach them a lesson. This is the Hawk. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Share. Tell your people to subscribe. The petition will be up in a minute to President Trump. Please, sir, you're a Christian. More than half that nation is Christian, run by a small minority of communist, evil, corrupt people. You cannot change them with money, because money is their evil. We have to cut them by their legs, tear out their pockets, and pull out their souls. That is the only way we will stop this. And then let the people sort them out. And to the rest of the world, give me a mandate, sign my petition, so we can remove this evil and cut it from the earth once and for all. This is the Hawk. I'm out of here. Be safe out there and stop killing your people. Because look around. They're just humans. They're not colors.